Welcome to Pop Culture Odyssey. If you grew up in the 90s, then you know just how revolutionary cartoons were during that decade. From the mischievous babies of Rugrats to the pizza-loving heroes in a half-shell, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, these animated shows weren't just entertainment, they helped define a generation. Today we're diving into how the 90s cartoon revolution shaped pop culture, storytelling, and how it still influences what we watch today. Let's start with one of the most iconic animated shows of the 90s, Rugrats. Created by Arlene Klasky, Gabor Supo, and Paul Germain, Rugrats was a bold departure from typical kids' cartoons. Instead of focusing on grown-ups, it explored the world from the perspective of babies, Tommy, Chucky, and their wild adventures. But what really made Rugrats stand out was its animation style, colorful designs, and the way it tackled real-life issues like divorce and friendship, which was groundbreaking at the time. Not only was Rugrats groundbreaking for its unique storytelling, but it also had one of the most memorable theme songs that still rings in our ears today. The characters were relatable, and the show's honesty about childhood made it a huge hit with both kids and parents. Now let's talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or TMNT. TMNT hit the scene in 1987, but its peak came in the 90s when the cartoon was at the height of its popularity. The show introduced us to four pizza-obsessed, martial arts-loving brothers, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo. But it wasn't just the action that made it iconic. It was the whole world they lived in, from their battles against Shredder and his Foot Clan to their underground lair beneath the city. TMNT wasn't just a cartoon, it became a phenomenon. From toys to video games, from movies to comic books, the Turtles were everywhere. And let's not forget the impact the show had on merchandising. Every kid wanted their own set of action figures, t-shirts, and even lunchboxes. TMNT wasn't just entertainment, it was a lifestyle. 90s cartoons weren't just about fun and games. These shows were pioneers in storytelling, often tackling complex issues while still keeping things lighthearted. Rugrats showed how a child might view separation through Tommy's relationship with his parents, while Hey Arnold tackled topics like growing up in an urban environment, bullying, and dealing with dysfunctional families. These shows often blended comedy with touching moments, creating a depth that many cartoons before the 90s simply didn't have. It wasn't just about jokes and silly antics, it was about real emotions, relatable characters, and growing up. The 90s also ushered in a new wave of diversity in cartoons. Hey Arnold featured characters from various cultural backgrounds like Gerald, an African-American boy who was one of the coolest kids in school. Rugrats introduced Susie Carmichael, who became a positive role model for young black girls watching the show. These characters weren't just token additions, they were fully fleshed-out, multi-dimensional characters with their own stories. For many, these cartoons were their first experience with diverse, relatable role models on TV. Even in the modern day, we see the influence of 90s cartoons in today's media. TMNT has had countless reboots, while Rugrats even got a reboot series in 2021. They may have originated in the 90s, but their impact is still felt today, whether in fashion, memes, or even viral YouTube videos. Let's talk about one of the biggest reasons 90s cartoons became so iconic: merchandising. Shows like TMNT and Rugrats weren't just TV series, they were multi-million-dollar brands. Action figures, video games, lunchboxes, and even fast food promotions became an integral part of these shows. The legacy of 90s cartoons is undeniable. These shows didn't just entertain us, they laid the groundwork for how animated series would evolve. Whether it's the complexity of storytelling or the attention to diverse characters, the shows of the 90s set a new standard for what cartoons could be. And that's why even today, we still look back with fondness on the cartoons that shaped our childhood. The characters, the storylines, and the messages of inclusion and friendship have stood the test of time. So, what made 90s cartoons like Rugrats and TMNT so special? It wasn't just about the animation or the catchy theme songs. It was about the stories, the characters, and the cultural revolution they sparked. They taught us lessons, made us laugh, and influenced the very world we live in today. What are your favorite 90s cartoons? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love all things pop culture, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. See you next time on Pop Culture Odyssey.